Welcome back to another episode of Ron's Guitar Lounge by the Wisconsinite Podcast. We got Ron, Amy, and Tannen from
AC Hustlers Music. Yeah.
Wasn't sure if that was just you or if that was you and another guy. Or...
Kind of a culmination. It's actually me, my neighbor, and a couple other guys. We'll just kind of meet up in my basement lounge, and we'll pick a guitar and sing, and it just kind of turned into that.
Sweet. Ron can play the empty bottle.
The empty bottle?
Mhm.
Sweet. Sweet.
You know.
Yeah, we can hold a tune in a bucket. I know. Let's go.
I sound better than you singing. I know that.
Shut up. First of all, I'd like to thank Beard Wisconsin for sponsoring the podcast. Go to beardwisconsin.com, use the code WISCO10 for 10% off your purchase. They got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, beard balm, beard oil. They got everything you need for your face. Yeah, and Ron's not getting a free t-shirt, so.
4XLT. I deserve it.
But yeah, thanks Beard Wisconsin for sponsoring the podcast. Like I said, what?
I was just gonna say, if anybody's watching, they could actually tell us if they can hear us or not, but. Oh, Dan's watching now, so Dan, how you doing, Dan?
It's picking up captions, so.
But yeah, like I said, we got Tannen here.
Okay,
Thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me, man. Thank you. This is my first foray into podcasting. I've never done this before. Played a few live shows, so now I feel like I can't picture anybody in their underwear, so this should be interesting.
As long as you don't do anything like he does, you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
What the hell do I
You'll
do?
get a college goal.
I'm gonna get my rant out of the way
Oh my
first.
God.
Before we get into anything. So, as we all know, the Brewers were in the Twin Cities for a series, a 2-game series.
Oh my God, I know what this is about.
And so there was a little rain delay on both days, I guess. And what does someone say about, gee, if the Twins had a roof, enclosed stadium, we wouldn't have to deal with
The rain
this.
delays.
That's just like saying, well, if the Packers had a roof over their stadium, we wouldn't have to deal with cold and snow.
Yes, but the Twins went from a dome
You're
to
bitching
open.
about the freaking Twins and Vikings, man.
I don't hate the Twins.
Okay, but you gotta sit and pick at
The
shit.
Twins are different than the Vikings. The Twins are in the AL, the Brewers are in the NL. I cheer for the Twins.
Well, good. Quit bitching
I'm
about the
going to a-
stadium.
I'm going
That's
to-
a beautiful stadium.
I'm
It
going
does
to-
not need a roof.
I'm going to a Twins game for work next month.
Okay, thank you for doing that. But I had to get my rant out of the way because lo and behold, someone had to say something about a roof.
But yeah, do it every year.
Why it's the worst thing you can do to a baseball field is put a freaking roof on it.
Retractable.
No. Deal with a little bit of rain.
That was not a little bit of rain.
Oh, wow.
You done now?
Maybe.
It'll come up again.
Oh, let's
Oh,
get
here we
this
go.
out.
Oh my God. Vent it.
It's been a
Like,
while.
air it all out.
It's been a while.
Jordan Love is not gonna play football this year, and he's gotta say, oh, Jordan's holding out until he gets a contract.
He's
You
not-
don't know he's gonna play.
He's not holding out. He's just not
He's not gonna
practicing.
practice. That's
He's
holding
still
out.
in meetings.
That's holding out.
Still on the practice
That's holding
field.
out.
It's smart so he doesn't get
That's
hurt.
holding out.
Just like JJ McCarthy
Blah,
was
blah,
holding out.
blah, blah, blah.
I created this for talking about the Packers, and that's all you bitch about. Typical Vikings fan.
New topic.
Just like how you had to put on a replay of a game 20 years ago to get some.
Oh my God,
Joey
you're getting their
Moore.
ass kicked.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago. They had Randy Moss. Get over it. Oh,
Glad to have everybody listening to this.
yeah, grow up. You're 58 years old.
It's been a while since we've been on the air, okay?
Yeah.
But on that note, it was
Full of
Ron's
butter.
birthday, so happy birthday, Ron.
It's
Happy
over.
birthday.
Happy
It's over
birthday
and done.
to you.
Just another day.
You look like a monkey,
Shots fired.
and you reek like one too.
Probably better than looking at me.
What?
I don't know.
I said you look like a monkey, and you said it's better than looking at you.
Something like that.
How drunk are you right now?
Dan, this is only my second beer.
This is only my second
Yeah,
beer.
you didn't say what the size of the first one was.
Dan is commenting about your bromance for Jordan Love already. Oh, that's right, it was Dan's birthday too. We shared a
Yeah.
birthday, yeah.
Happy birthday, Dan.
He's cooler than you, though, so
I'm older.
that doesn't mean you're wiser.
And you might, if you put a bud in front of it,
What?
What?
Bud, Heiser.
That's why Bud went to school, to be Budweiser.
Didn't work.
It's elementary, it's 101.
That's Clear Lake.
Yeah, that is how I learned elementary school math.
I mean, how you learn to add is one beer turns into two, turns into three.
Correct.
That's bad.
Well, you always
Amy, what's Amy got this week?
What do I have this week?
What do you
go,
got?
make fun of him.
You
You
gotta
guys
have
have so
something,
much fun. Why interject?
but you need to share
Share.
in the happiness of
Happiness.
Scott needs another drink.
Maybe we did.
So, what are we gonna do tonight?
We're gonna interview this guy over here, and he's gonna play some music for us.
Perfect. I think I got one in me.
One,
Yes, ma'am.
So starting us out, what's your,
who are you? Where are you from?
Who am I? I'm Tannen Jackson. I'm a Clear Lake native. I grew up here, spent most of my life here. About seven or 6 years ago, I moved away down to the sprawling metropolis in Richmond, Wisconsin. Still in the neck of the woods. My mom and dad, my grandparents live here, and so I frequent the area quite a bit.
I hear you travel quite a bit?
I do. I actually travel. I make I work on machines that make, basically, for lack of a better term, cardboard boxes, corrugated boxes. And as a kid that never, I was just telling these guys earlier, as a kid that going to Woodbury, going shopping, that was a vacation for me. And now I think if I did the math right, I'm on like 42 flights for the year. And it's been an interesting 4 days with the Microsoft Delta debacle outage. So I'm fresh off an 18-hour road trip home from North Carolina. So, but yeah, been doing that for 6 years, traveling, just seeing stuff. Some eyes from Midwest Wisconsin never thought I'd see. It's fun. It's cool.
Did you drive through Gary?
Gary, Indiana, I did, and I rolled my windows up and walked. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not? You didn't want to stop and
No. I've
have
seen.
a picnic and park.
No, I've seen 49 of the 50 states, and Chicago sucks. Illinois sucks.
And...
It's
Thank
right
you.
down there.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
sorry, born and raised in Chicago.
I'm sorry. I mean, the Bears still suck.
The Bears do suck.
Okay, all right. I just wanted.
Her mom is a huge Bears fan.
She's in here. Bears, Cubs, Blackhawks.
She's watching too, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
On Talk Sports says, shout out to the New Richmond Tigers.
There we go.
So is he local?
He's from the other side of the border. He's in Minnesota.
Okay.
Can't remember exactly where. Ron, where are you from? I can't remember.
We can't, two Rons. I
If
don't
you're
know
that,
if
if
I
you're
can
that close, you're gonna come on the show sometime.
Never stopping Gary.
Never stop.
No.
Where is, like, of the travels, where's the favorite that you've been? Like, where would you go back?
Honestly, I spent a ton of time in North Carolina. That's kind of my bread and butter. My wife and I are actually thinking about like buying some property down there at some point. There or honestly West Virginia. Appalachia is
I've heard it's gorgeous.
oh it's so underrated. It's so
Yeah.
underrated. I spent a little bit of time in Utah as well, and I never got the chance to go to like Zion or anything like that. But when I do, oh man.
Utah is crazy beautiful.
It is. It really is. Just a little bit I've seen, but I think like North Carolina and West Virginia are just two very, very slept on areas of the United States.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, though, I always say, North Carolina is beautiful. The West Coast is unique in its own way. East Coast is. I spent some time in Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, but I chose to plant my roots in Wisconsin, and I think that's probably where I'll always have my heart, because this is.
Wisconsin's simply a beautiful state too.
It's God's country.
I've lived in Wisconsin for 24 years now, I think. And by far my favorite place to live.
It really is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You got everything you need here. You got a Quick Trip.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You ever seen it? Has anybody ever seen a Quick Trip, but it's with a Q?
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Somebody needs to write a strongly worded email, because it's not. I saw it and I said, oh my God, this is a little slice of home. It's not, if anybody's wondering, it's awful. Skip it and go to a Casey's General Store. That's a close second.
What about Buc-ee's? I saw you stopped at Buc-ee's.
I did. I swung into Buc-ee's. Yep. That's I mean, if you need to get beef jerky, a chopped brisket sandwich, and all the other just crap you can get on a road trip, it's all in one place.
And it's everything.
Everything.
They got
Yeah.
hardware and everything in that store.
They do.
I think.
Yeah. I think I could buy a Milwaukee drill in there if you really want to. I'm pretty sure. Probably ask. They'll get you one.
I love Buc-ee's.
I do. Buc-ee's it's got a special place in my heart.
Oh.
I love Buc-ee's too.
Leaving Texas, stop at a Buc-ee's, get gas,
Yep.
walk in, get 2 breakfast burritos.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Drive 18 hours home.
Yeah. Yeah.
so you get about 10 miles down the road and then those burritos are coming back out. For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made you get into music?
Man, I've been asked this a couple times, and I don't know if I can ever place it on one certain time, but I do remember when I was young. I was really young. My mom had a blue Jeep Liberty, and we would go on drives, and I remember listening to like Eddie Money and like Eddie Money's "Bad Out of Hell," or excuse me, that's
Meatloaf.
That's Meatloaf. So Meatloaf, "Bad Out of Hell," Eddie Money, like the album that had like "Shaken" on it, and we listened to that. We listened to Bob Seger left and right, and I want to say it was at that time when I was that age that I was like, wow, this makes me like feel a certain way. Like I can relate to this at like 8 years old, 10 years old maybe, and it was at that time my mom. I think I like screamed and threw a fit until my mom finally found me a cheap guitar, and I learned how to play guitar, and ever since then, it's the love of music has just been just a part of me. I mean, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't have Spotify just playing aimlessly in the background, or I write music or just listen to it.
Did you learn guitar on your own, or did you take lessons, or?
I took lessons for I want to say one or two years, and picked up the basics, and then past that, it's kind of almost self-taught.
You hear that a lot, like it's,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you kind of get the basics down, you figure out what it is that you're holding in your hand, and actually a little bit of the math behind it, and that's I kind of took off and rolled with it. I can't read sheet music. I'm not that good.
Most
That's what
musicians.
No.
Chris said too.
Yeah,
The Beatles couldn't read sheet.
no, there's tons. I mean, I would say probably 90% of the artists that are playing on mainstream radio, probably even more, wouldn't be able to tell you an annotated sheet music. And to me, a lot of it's just by ear and harmony and key. Yeah, music has been, I mean, it's, I don't know, I'd say it's most of my life. I think a life without music probably wouldn't be much of a life at all, in my opinion.
What's your favorite type of music to play, and is it different than what you might listen to?
Actually, so not really. I'm probably a little bit. I'm probably one of the most eclectic people ever. I mean, I'll go from like we were talking about the Beatles earlier to I'm a big Tyler Childers fan. Zach Bryan, Josh Malloy. I'm gonna name drop all these guys because they don't get the credit they could really deserve. But I'll go from that all the way to like I'll listen to the old school like Ice Cube And
Really?
yes, Ice-T, Tupac, and then I'll go all the way to Metallica, then to Piercing the Veil, all the way to, I go everywhere. The only thing I can't do is like electronic dance music, like that. I can't.
That's all.
It's a hard, is that Ron's jam?
That's all
Okay.
Ron can listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ron. Yeah, that's a hard no for me. That's a pass. But I mean, I'll even say it now it's out there in the open. I'm a little bit of a Taylor Swift fan, even. I know. Her older stuff, the new stuff, the Poet album, didn't really care for it. I listened to it on a road trip, and I didn't get a lot of my life back off of that one. So.
I do, I ended up watching her documentary that she did on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I was just curious, because I always try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I will say she writes a lot of her own music,
Yes.
and she's very talented that way. Like,
Yes.
in how she handles it all. Like, she's involved with her music from start to finish. And I have to give her props for that.
Yeah.
Because she's not just in there, she does it a lot on her own, so.
Definitely. I think that's something to be said too in 2024. Like, there's a ton of news, and I don't know. I mean, if anybody's heard of a lot of AI artists, where Spotify and Apple Music aren't listing artists as being an artificially intelligent generated artist, which is kind of scary in a way, because at the end of the day, it's still, to me, that's a little bit of a terrifying look into the future if they can do that, if they can have the heart and soul of music and actually produce it. What the hell else are these things gonna do? I don't know. Like, we're gonna be like Terminator here in 5 years. Might be. I'm fat. I'll probably die right away. I don't know much. I can chuck that mark down. But
Randy Travis came out with a
Yeah,
new song, but
yes.
it was AI.
which that one's kind of cool though, because he physically doesn't have the ability to anymore.
Yeah.
And that one, man, I don't know, I'm torn on that one. I don't like that it was used with AI, but at the same time, man, if I was in that position, not
Give
that
somebody like that the opportunity.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this AI is.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Basically a computer algorithm that thinks and feels and does things for you. It's like what Siri is on your iPhone. So if I said, it'll probably do it, but if I said, hey, Delilah, hey Delilah, what time do the Brewers play? She could actually tell you that, and she probably.
What's it like in New York City?
Yeah. Hey Delilah, what's it like in New
Well,
York
and the other side of it too is like, if we're sitting here talking about something, then you go on Facebook, and if we were talking about
Yeah.
life, it's there. All of a sudden,
Yes.
it's on your feed as an ad or whatever.
Yes.
That's AI. Like, it's your phone and everything picks up on your habits and it's like when I go into my car on Thursdays and like navigation's on, it's taking me one or two places, work or a soccer game.
Yeah.
It knows, like,
Yeah. If I'm going
it's scary
anywhere,
as shit.
yeah,
Like,
it really is.
It's
It's terrifying. It really is. If I go anywhere on an early Friday, that's usually a lot of times when I'll fly out for my weekend work. It'll just automatically route me to MSP. And it's like, hey, we're gonna go get Bloody Marys. So time
Right.
out on that. Let's cool your jets, Siri. But no, I think it's something to be said, just to go back. Any kind of artist that is involved in their music and actually writes their music, and then is involved in the mastering process, straight to finish, is something that's kind of becoming an oddity or a rarity now. A lot of times, nothing against Morgan Wallen. I don't know, I'll probably get hate. I'm not a big Morgan Wallen fan. Sorry guys, because he doesn't write the majority of his own music. Like a lot of the guys that write his music are the ones that actually listen to their live bands and things like that. But
it's like Chris Stapleton. He was nobody,
exactly.
and he got
Yes.
Long Black Train was
Yes.
his song.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that's my take on music. I could sit and talk music until Ron kicked me out of here, which he might, because
He gets grumpy around his bedtime.
It's bedtime right now.
at 7:20.
He's in.
If we weren't here, you'd be playing with your wood.
I'm up at 4 every morning, so
Why, on purpose?
I work at 5, so.
That's fair. I mean, yeah. If you aren't early, you're late. So
when I'm done at 3. So.
See, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. You got the rest of your afternoon, you know? Yeah, I like that.
So I'm gonna change the subject for a minute.
Sure.
We're gonna go back to music again.
Perfect. Please do.
Motorcycles.
Oh man. Who told you about this?
I follow along with it. How many do you own?
There's 7 in the garage right now. Yeah, I figured out, and I always tell my wife and I tell my mom that, and say it, I think my wife's watching. I could do math. That's all I'm getting at. But I have 7 of them in the garage.
Okay, you go from Harley all the way to what?
I own 2 Ducatis because I'm a glutton for punishment with machines that just need constant fixing and attention. I love it. Like some guys like really clapped out diesel pickup trucks. I really like expensive motorcycles that are clapped out. I don't know, just how I roll. I've got like a KLR 650 dirt bike honestly, if I had to pick a favorite out of all 7, it's that one. Because it's cheap and I've tipped it over doing just lawless, stupid things. And I go, oh no, and I pick it up and I kick it, get the mud out of it, and then I start it and I ride away. You can't beat it. You just can't beat it. So I've got that. I've got a 1969 Harley Davidson Sprint 350. That was actually kind of a barn find that my grandpa found. And me and him got it running, and it's all original. It's all there, and it's really neat. The only thing that killed me and I tipped it over the first time I was riding it is the shifter's on the right, like where your rear brake would be. So I started tootling around the yard and I got overly confident. Weird. I don't know if anybody knows me, get real confident on a motorcycle. And I went to go stop in my garage and I downshifted and then panicked, so I went the other way and I locked the back wheel up. But so yeah, there's 7 of them in the garage. It's just I don't know. There's something about when I said music is one half of me, I would say motorcycles are probably the other half. It's freedom. It's freedom. It really is. Yeah.
Cool.
What do you know about motorcycles, Ron?
Not much.
Do you want to? I'll make you a hell of a deal. Make you a hell of a deal on 1 or 2.
I've ridden them.
There you go.
My
Need to get you on a motorcycle.
I've been on motorcycles. I've ridden them.
I haven't seen you though.
Well, it's been a long, long freaking time ago.
I'd like to see you do it now.
if not now, when, Ron?
My roommate had a GS 1000 Suzuki.
Oh yeah.
I found out what that thing was all about.
Yeah, that's back in the day. There was no rules. They were just like, hey, try not to kill yourself. There you go.
Yeah, it was scary, very scary. But yeah, I mean, I actually owned a Hadaka 1000.
Hadaka. What is it? I don't even know if I've heard of that. What's a Hadaka?
I don't even know where it was built, but it was back in my days. It was a pretty decent bike for dirt bike racing and stuff.
Yeah.
It was snappy as hell.
I'll bet.
Landed me on my tail once or twice.
Oh, I'm sure. Sure. You aren't trying if you don't crash.
It wasn't fun,
No, no.
but yeah, I mean, the neighbors had the Honda,
Sure.
enduro bikes, shit like that.
Yeah.
The Trail 70 had the little mini tires on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like a step through. Like
Yeah.
you had, yes, yeah.
They're collectors right now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I kind of want one.
Had the auto, but you shifted it, transmission, you didn't
Sure.
have to use the clutch or anything, you just shifted it.
Oh man, who's banging gears up and down?
Yep.
Probably not breakneck speeds, but it's a 70. I can see.
Yep.
Yeah. The one I have a 1200cc Ducati Monster that's got an auto shifter on it, and there's no good reason that I own that. There's not a single one, and it's got 3 modes. So it's got like urban, which is like very tuned down, so you can actually ride it in town, and then it's got a touring mode, which is like kind of fast, and then it's just I call it lawless monkey mode because it doesn't care anymore, and you can do whatever you want. And I call it buzzing the tower, where it's like my wife will follow me, and I think the statute of limitations have expired on this, just for, just saying, this is all hearsay, not legally binding.
Is she watching?
Oh yeah, she is, she knows, I'm just saying if, if anybody else is listening, it's
Well,
like,
she
hey,
should comment on here then, so
I think she's listening. Give her.
we want
figure
comments
out
from her.
brief.
From the wife.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, I'm sure that poor woman, oh my god, that poor woman, I put her through. She married me though, and she did, she said yes, and we've only been married since October, so she recently said yes, so she's aware of this. And she agreed to it, she agreed
No,
to
no
it,
take back.
yeah, and she hasn't left yet, so.
Let's talk sports for a little bit with you.
Okay.
Like you said earlier that you haven't been able to watch a Packers football game a whole game for how long?
Oh god, it's been a couple of years now. I mean, it's been probably 5 years in all reality. A lot of the work I do is on the weekends. So,
You're not missing much.
well, I mean, if I was watching the Vikings roster.
Who made the playoffs, Ron?
Pile shots fired.
Oh, there she is.
Cricket.
Uh-oh.
I'm here.
God bless that woman. She's my number one fan. Just imagine being married to this every day. Every day. It's just you can't put me in one box. And she's got to try and put me in a box every day.
Thanks, Stephanie, for sharing your husband with us tonight.
She's probably like, please get out of the house.
And with all the traveling, you
Yeah. I'll be home for a day, and she's like, "Oh my god, are you playing anywhere tonight?"
When's your next playoff?
Yeah, she's like, "Go mow the lawn."
Let me give you a rest.
Go mow the lawn.
Well, I mowed it earlier, mowed it.
Yeah. She's you missed a spot on the weed whackers over there.
Well, give it an hour and you can cut it again. I mean,
Yeah, this
great.
summer's been just nuts. Oh my god, I can't keep up anymore.
So your time schedule and stuff, it's not conducive for Sunday afternoon sports.
It's really not.
And Sundays are probably travel days, right?
A lot of times, actually, Sundays are work/startup days. So a lot of these plants start at like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So we'll still work Sunday, and then it's like, hey, go take a nap, and then be here at 10 o'clock at night. So it's, please take him. What?
Stephanie,
Come on.
I already have to deal with these two. I
Yeah.
can't take a third
Yeah.
one, sorry.
I mean, I feel like not all that bad. Well, no. Days. But Sundays are really hard, and even too, like a lot of times Thursdays are hard. So it's like the only games that I would ever catch are like Mondays, and they would be usually when I would land at the airport because Mondays are my travel days. And it's because I grew up. I mean, man, we'd watch Packer games at the Midway. We'd watch them everywhere. Shout out to Midway, cheers to Midway. I know it's coming up. I know he's a sponsor. But back when it was Jenna McFly's, that was like a Sunday ritual for me before I started traveling for my job. That was always our thing. We had the potlucks up there at the Midway, and
Yeah.
God, I loved it. But,
You ever been to Ravines for a Packer game?
man, no, I never have. And I used to live with the boys that always frequented there, just north of here. We lived there for 2-3 years, and I never did make it to a game up there. I don't know how. I don't know why, but I've heard it is.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
can
it
just
set up.
you can just come and watch a game. He doesn't give a shit.
Wow, man. Well, tell me with a good time.
Usually the more the happier he is.
Yeah, good, perfect. But yeah, no, I grew up watching. I mean, it was Brett Favre in his heyday was when I first started watching ball, and then Aaron Rodgers, and then I mean, kind of the first couple of years of the uncertainty with that, and then really, I mean, 2010, 2011, 2012 of Aaron Rodgers' heyday was fantastic too. But
Yeah, he just talked about winning a Super Bowl. When's the last time Minnesota's won a Super
When was
Bowl? When? I mean, they've lost 4.
Everybody knows they've never won a Super Bowl.
Four
That's why you
was it
ask.
4 straight?
I believe it was forced.
Yeah.
I'm not a big math guy, but I think it was.
We've done this bit already, Blake.
I don't
It
give a
wasn't
shit.
funny in the first
I
one.
don't give a shit. You are outnumbered by 2 or 3 Packers fans now.
Well, 4 counting Scott.
in my house. I
He's
do
like,
whatever
"Don't
I want."
Ron staying in my house, not New Jeff.
I don't care, he's got a Packer flag up in his house. I don't
But
see
the
it.
toilet, we're.
I don't give a shit, he's still a Packers flag in here.
Man.
Hey, he had a Packer flag flying on his flagpole for a while.
Yeah, someone put it there. I had the Vikings flag up there, she took it down, put the Packers flag up.
That's
Hey.
fantastic.
When you're
That is
away.
Fantastic.
I bet you didn't even notice it right away, did you?
Nope, he didn't. It took him 2 or 3 days before I got a text message.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the sports thing, I mean. We, like, it. Yeah, let's move on from that.
Well, since
We
we're
can
talking
talk-
about Midway,
we
we should
should
talk about
talk-
Midway.
Yeah, Midway,
Like,
sponsors, we need to throw the sponsors in, let's go.
you're up, Blake.
You just wanna change the subject because I'm kicking your ass.
No, you're not,
Yeah.
I kicked your ass so hard earlier, it doesn't matter.
You were just ranting like an old man.
Got
He's
my
an
point
old man.
across, didn't I?
Not
You're an
really.
old man.
Bitch.
You're a big little bitch.
That got deep personal.
They never mean
You
it.
can't call him a little bitch because he's big.
You should pull your chair out a little bit, Ken, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't wanna be collateral here. Yeah, no, good idea.
Um,
Yeah, you can still see me in frame though, that's good.
Shout out to the Midway for being a sponsor. Chase, he's done an awesome job. He's done a lot of remodeling. It looks awesome in there. He does a lot of like raffle prizes. It's always fun going there and having a beer. Sometimes a pizza. Sometimes Emily burns the pizza, but
Well, it's Emily.
it's pretty funny when she does.
That's
She-
Emily.
Yeah, she
Emily can
laughs.
do whatever she wants. And so
I walked in there one time, I looked like a giant hockey puck. I'm like, what the hell did you do? I burned the pizza. And it was just smoke.
And it probably still got ate.
And I think it did. And she was just giggling. But yeah, I haven't seen any specials lately, but I know that once the NFL season starts again, there'll be I'm sure there'll be free shots for every Packers score, Badgers score. It's about the only place I can watch a Brewers game. So yeah,
Thanks, Chase.
thank you,
Thanks,
Chase.
Chase, appreciate you.
Is Chase watching?
No.
I don't know. He texted me right
Probably not.
before. He's probably busy.
Unbelievable.
So, what else we gonna talk about? We're gonna still talk music. And
Perfect.
Yeah,
We're probably gonna end up playing something. But
Oh, I got one of me. Got one of me for you.
I don't know. Can't remember if you said it or not, but who's your favorite artist?
Ooh, right now, it's kind of a toss-up between Josh Malloy, which if you guys haven't heard, Josh Malloy, he just dropped an album beginning of July, and it is fantastic. It's a toss-up between Josh Malloy and then actually a local artist, his name's Clayton Ryan, and Monday, he just dropped his debut album. This guy, you gotta hear him, it is the most gospel twang, Americana, country music you've ever heard. And my wife and I actually personally know him. Fantastic guy. This guy, there's big things coming for him, and he deserves every bit of what he's got coming.
What's his name?
Clayton Ryan. Clayton Ryan Music. He's a Twin Cities native. Lived out in LA for a little bit, and then lived out in I want to say Minot, North Dakota, maybe somewhere out there in North Dakota. And now he moves back here, and we actually heard of him off on a chance. My wife and I went to a dueling pianos, which is a whole other
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out. That was like the most fun we could have without going to jail, was that dueling pianos. But Clayton Ryan actually opened for him, for the guys, and we were just blown away. I mean, live talent. It was nothing but him and acoustic guitar and just a live mic.
Is he on Ghost Town?
Yes, and that is the album that he just dropped on Monday, and I want to shout that out because it's been on repeat for me on my 18-hour drive home from North Carolina. Listened to it like 3 times. But no, it's just, shout out, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. So right now, let's say Josh Malloy and Clayton Ryan are the two favorites. And Charles Wesley Godwin, too. I don't know if anybody's listened to him at all, but he's a West Virginia native that plays Americana and country music, and it's fantastic. So,
I have to listen to them.
yes, oh, you should. It's you won't be disappointed.
We talk a little fantasy baseball.
Yeah. Fantasy baseball update, well,
Update, it's still the same, it hasn't changed from the last posting we did, but
cause he doesn't like to do work.
I'd just like to say that
He offered to do it.
honesty, you're leading, but I picked your team for you, so
I
I'm
don't
really
give a
in the lead.
Nope,
I'm not taking her spot, but
you're acting like it.
I'm just saying, I picked her team for her. So honesty's in first place at 69. Beth, you're at second place.
So technically, I'm in
60.
second place because I picked like after people.
Yeah, the math's on that. I like that.
Amy, you're in third place.
See?
And then Amelia's in fourth. And then there's I'm in fifth place. I'm not the dirt this
Me
time.
and Tracy are tied for sixth.
Blake,
Or
you're in last place along with my girlfriend Tracy.
But I got a new catcher, so hopefully
Yeah.
he helps.
Is that my girl catcher?
Hopefully that helps.
But I'm your old catcher.
So
Me and your mom picked the same catcher or
Oh,
something
that's
that
right.
wasn't written down, so.
So we're past the halfway point now. It'll get a little dicey towards the end here, but the people who were last, like, I was in last place the first time.
Yes, I did, Mom.
And we're catching up. The people on lower are catching up. No,
Let me see it.
Why?
Even though I probably shouldn't touch this thing.
I did not help you with one. I picked like 6. Stop it. Mom's
You
already
need-
doing
so-
Think you need a little hand sanding after that thing or what?
Yeah.
so yeah,
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to the end of the season party. See who's gonna wear I'm the catcher shirt, and see who's gonna wear I'm the pitcher shirt. So
When does the season end?
when the last game was played,
You're funny.
How upset would you be if it was me and Tracy?
it wouldn't upset me at all.
It would be pretty funny though if she was the pitcher and I was the catcher.
What is remind us again, what happens here? The winner?
We're gonna go bar hopping, and the last two places, second to last wears the I'm the pitcher shirt. The last place person wears I'm the catcher shirt.
Why don't they just wear it the whole time?
What are you talking about?
Like, the whole time you're bar hopping.
That's
That's
it.
that.
You
That's
said the
it.
last two places.
The last two
The
places
last two
in
places in the
Oh.
list.
You even got a comment out of Scott.
I was following along, I just didn't wanna say nothing, I was like, I think that's what they meant by that.
Sometimes you just gotta.
I lose brain cells when I'm around you.
There we go. Before we got here. Thanks, Scott.
I think you should grow an afro like Randy Moss.
Oh,
Kinda hard to do when there's no hair on the top of my head.
Don't matter.
Blake, that was a bad comeback.
No, he was just on the screen with a giant afro. Growing out like a clown on the sides.
Yeah, so keep in tune with the results for the rest of the season.
Whenever Ron
And-
was out
Actually
there.
do them.
And whoever wants to join us for our bar hopping party after the season's over with, we'll let you know when it happens. New topic.
Yeah. Might have to be a part of that.
I think we should talk about raising the bar since somebody's wearing a shirt.
Raising the bar. We love Jim and Bobby. They do such an awesome job in the community and running the bar, keeping everybody happy and with the good food and whatnot. But Tuesday's taco night tonight. We're making tacos.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Everybody loves a good taco, you know.
Taco.
Correct,
Correct.
correct.
Taco.
Wednesday night is family night karaoke. And Thursday, Wingo Bar Bingo. You can get your wings and play bingo at the same time.
Wings and bings?
Yes.
God, that's a combination.
Last time I was up there for bingo, the blackout was like $2,000.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we should go this week.
Yeah.
It's the payouts, even for just regular bingos, are nice. They're almost like a couple $100 sometimes.
I love it.
You didn't answer me.
What?
Said I think we should go this week.
I don't
He doesn't
know
do things during
yet,
the week.
okay? Give me I gotta see what's going on. Might be sleeping.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Man's got things to do.
Gotta cut the
Give me your
grass.
house, We'll come wake you
Not
up.
really.
I mean, not really. Gotta keep the yard up. So, thank you for, thanks to Raising the Bar for, keeping us on their list, I guess, I don't know.
They actually have a Wisconsinite pizza now.
I seen that.
And Bobby commented.
Yep.
The podcast.
Yep.
It's got
Actually looks pretty good too. It's got
That's-
kraut on it.
Brats, sauerkraut, cheese curds, I already said sauerkraut, fuck.
You okay? Have you been drinking?
This is only my
Fifth?
third beer.
Hey, we should shout out all our listeners right now too. Thank you for
Yeah,
watching,
Thank you for
listening to
watching.
this
Yeah, thank you.
bullshit. and,
Putting up with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, thank you for listening to me sound like a tater tot hot dish for the last 40
Ooh,
minutes.
tater tot.
tater tot hot dish is good.
God, if you ever hear, I hear myself like on a playback, like videos, people taking me recording singing. I do, I sound like a tater tot hot dish.
Yeah, I
Sound like a
don't-
Canuck.
I don't like watching these after because I don't like my voice on.
Yeah, you'll never sound as worse as when you listen to yourself on a recording.
We don't like your voice either.
How long you had that in your back pocket? Didn't you?
Yeah, he reached deep for that and just flung that.
Hi, Tammy.
Like a monkey throwing shit.
Yeah.
Oh, on the sadder note, it's the 2nd-year anniversary of our neighbor passing. So Tammy,
Rest in peace.
thinking
We
about
love
you, Tammy. Miss Wendy, still love that woman dearly. She's still, picture's still on my fridge, so. Thank you, Wendy, for being who you were.
Love you, Tammy. You took my job easy, Blake. You got him down by you.
Okay.
Nice.
I took care of this for a while, someone else take care of
You
it.
just quick draw that thing.
What?
I did the talking for a while, someone else talk now.
I told you,
I'm done, someone else talk.
holy
What
shit.
do you wanna talk about?
What's on your- what's on your
Play
list?
if you want to.
Well, I've got a couple shameless plugs that I'll do if you're good with that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, so August 3rd, playing a show up at the Eagles Lounge up in Balsam Lake. That was my first ever place I played live in 10 years. So I'll tell a story after this about kind of my first foray into music that I think everybody will get a kick out of because a lot of the party is known around town. So August 3rd, I play up there 3 to 6, I want to say, and then that Sunday, August 4th, I play at JJ's Outpost, or was JJ's Outpost, is now the Outpost. I play from, I want to say 2 to 5 there. And then Labor Day weekend, that Saturday, I go up to Tall Pines Resort.
No way.
Mr. Planham, yes sir, he reached out and said, hey buddy, how's that sound coming on up here?
That's gonna be
Oh, boy.
dangerous.
That is gonna be dangerous, yeah.
You're gonna
yeah.
end up closing down.
My wife and I already plan on just staying up there.
I was gonna say, did you get a cabin?
Well, so Ed, if you're listening, shout out, we might schedule something, we gotta schedule something.
We're gonna need something.
Yeah, we already kind of figured out that's gonna be a rough outing at baseline, but and then that next following day I played Valhalla Campground. Shout out to Dina and Mark that they own the Valhalla Campground. It's I want to say it's a 7 o'clock to question mark. So might have an all-night revival and my voice will just.
I've heard of Valhalla, where is that?
Yeah, it's in Emerytown, north side of Emery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dina and Mark have a really cool thing going on there. So they're having a she described it as a hoedown, and I was like, hell yeah, man! Don't tell me with a good time. I don't. So I'm gonna be playing there. So those are my 4 upcoming shows. That's all I got booked now. I try not to book too far out because my work schedule is just like ever changing. It's a dumpster fire for lack of a better term.
Do you
But,
have a website?
What's that?
Do you have a website?
I don't have a website, but I do have a Facebook page. It's Hasty Hustler Music on Facebook. So give me a like and a share and a comment or a follow. do all the things, click all the buttons for me. It's pretty cool. We've only been doing this for really, I mean, to take this serious about 4 or 5 months now. And back in the day, this is where I'll cut in that story there. See that segue? Jesus, that was smooth as glass, baby. Yeah, not that kind of segue. Back in the day, cannot confirm nor deny that I was still in high school, but there's a band called the Giver Billy Band. Way back in the day that eventually morphed kind of into the County Line Band, and then reaching deep. Shout out to Sarge if he's listening or if he ever does see this. But back in the day, I was the bass player for the Giver Billy Band, and Mr. Ed Flanham was the drummer. Sarge was the lead singer, guitar player, and then Jim Ricks and JR was our lead guitar player. Well, at the time we were playing, it was, I mean, there was a little while, there was like almost every other weekend we were, Ed and I had talked about getting a van, because why not?
Yeah.
Get a sweet tour bus, but it turns out some of these bars, I was allegedly not old enough to play in, so.
I mean, you're in Wisconsin though, so.
Yeah, it's like a gray area,
Yeah.
right? So.
You're old enough when you're born.
Yeah, so long story short, Sarge or Ed was my dad when we were playing.
Yeah, Ed's been my dad before.
Yeah, and it was just natural. Me and Ed looked totally
Oh yeah, I mean, you look Puerto Rican.
uncanny resemblance. I mean, really. But so we did that, and then that just kind of went to the wayside. There's been talks, there's been rumors about a reunion tour, 2K24, and I'm in for it if that ever does happen.
Maybe he'll
Sarge
have to
talking
bring
to
out the drums up at Tall Pines.
I told him, I said, let's do it. Let's do it up. If we get that going, that'd be a hoot. But so we took a little hiatus from that, and all kind of panned out. I went to college, and then I started this job. And about a year and a half ago, I picked my guitar back up that I had since I was just a kid. And it's not like learning how to ride a bike. Really not. Everybody's like, yeah, pick it up and start going. No, it really isn't.
No.
So I'd bring it with me on the road every once in a while, and I'd start playing because I figured, in my infinite wisdom, if I sit in my guitar, or if I sit in my hotel room and play guitar at night, that's way better than me laying in a bar.
True.
I mean,
Sometimes.
yeah, I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm not wrong. So I started doing that, and then I'd come home, and my wife, bless her heart, and then my good friend JJ Stoner, I don't know if you guys know JJ. JJ played at my wife and I's wedding reception, and he had me up for a couple songs, and JJ was like, why don't you do this, man? Like, actually play in front of people. And then my wife, bless her heart, was the most supportive woman ever as far as me taking time, my limited time that I'm home to practice. She just kind of lets me practice when I can, and as always, she's been to every single show that I've ever been to. And so she told me, she goes, hey, you don't suck. She goes, why don't you give this thing a rep, do some live music again? So about 4 months ago, I started playing live shows, and now I'm here. Now I'm on the Wisconsinite podcast. So mama, we made it. So,
I've seen you get up with the band and sing with just a band before.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. Yeah, where it's a buddy of a buddy is like, hey, this kid can sing and play. Let's come on out. I mean, no, I have fun after I get past that first initial. Ooh, God, there's a lot of people. It's just kind of natural for me. But
I mean, I was little during the Giver Billy Band days, but
I was too.
I think I remember watching you guys.
Yeah, we played a lot, man. We played at the field house quite a bit, the Midway, where they would squeeze all 4 of us with our equipment into the Midway.
Into that little corner.
And it was, man, I mean, it was like me and Sarge, I mean, I'd have to hold my bass kind of upright, so I wouldn't bonk him in the noggin with that thing, but no, we had a blast. I mean, we went to Cornell, we went all the way down to Rochester, Minnesota, played a show down there one time, and it was, at legal drinking age. That was sweet. That was just a cool experience, man. I mean, that kind of sparked my love for, playing music. So
Cool.
But yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So there's a rumor that Smoke Fest is gonna come back.
It's
No
always a
way.
rumor.
feel like we
Well,
said this
this
last
is-
year, got our hopes up and then.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no, I don't wanna do
We
it.
didn't do it.
Yeah, but why not? I mean,
Exactly.
It's a pretty good rumor, but it's not gonna be until later of September, maybe even early October.
Yeah, but the weekend you plan on October, it'll be fucking snowing.
Then it snows.
And you're gonna complain about there's no roof, so.
Yeah.
Bring a canopy.
Or I can just park myself in your garage.
There you go.
Hey, we've had
Anyway.
bag tournaments in that garage.
Yeah, we have.
He
Not
can fit it up
not
and it can be
regulation.
a very good
More spacious.
party space.
There you go.
But there's a pretty good chance Smoke Fest is coming back this year, so.
So we need a guy to play music, that's what you're getting at, right?
Well, I wasn't gonna exactly say that, but if the hint come out,
Get at me. Hasty Hustler Music, Facebook, shameless plug, pop out. I'll give it a rep. I mean,
You get food.
all you
You
need.
can be a taste tester
Sweet, yeah, we'll do that.
or a judge.
Yeah.
so
Or if
stay
you wanna
tuned
smoke
for
me.
Smoke Fest. I'm getting
Try it.
a lot of pokes to do it again, so.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot
For
for 2 years now.
I had to work through some shit and I just didn't get around to doing it last year. Shout out to Salty Dog Custom Laser Engraving. Check out the Facebook site for all of Salty Dog merchandise, tumblers, custom t-shirts, and hoodies.
Did you say cuddlers? That's what you
Tumblers.
just said.
And don't forget the hats also. Look for Dan on Facebook and check out his site.
Yeah, you
That was good, wasn't it? I wrote that myself.
yeah, Blake, forgot to bring me a new koozie. So I had to settle for slipperies.
Settle, you just got that.
Isn't that great? So for those that don't follow us on our private pages, we took a trip to the infamous Lake City. Finally got to see where Ron spends all his time. Beautiful city, but we also stopped at, God,
A few bars.
a few bars.
I tried a pickle beer.
That's right.
First of all, let's shout out the Lake City VFW.
Oh,
which is a
amazing.
Fantastic place.
Amazing. We could have hung out there all day.
Which there were a lot of people in there drinking at 11:30.
Like,
Probably for a while.
yeah, they had been there a while.
I didn't think it was, I thought we were gonna be like one of the first ones in there. No.
Shout out to Tammy and everybody there that works behind the bar and everything that they do at the facility there. Countless things go on, and people do parties and whatnot, so we love that, Tracy and I love that bar. And so, then we ended up going up to Wabasha to see Grumpy Old Men at Slippery's, of course.
Which had live music, which was
And
cool.
we've got grumpy old men on a loop.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like inside the bar.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. Little gift shop and,
I haven't seen that movie for a while.
well,
It's a classic. It's
my husband and I is one of our favorite
It's a
movies.
classic.
It's hard to get on the streaming though, which is
I was
annoying.
gonna say, where can you even stream it?
Amazon
They-
Prime, I think.
Is it Amazon Prime now? You could get it on
Tubi.
Tubi for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Tubi.
switch it up. But
Uh,
that was cool. River was super high, and then we went to the pickle factory and saw a Kit-Kat. We couldn't even. It was right off the river. We couldn't
Yeah.
even see it.
Yeah. We were from here to, I don't know, it was not very far away the river, and we couldn't see the river. We ran so hard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right by the marina, and you couldn't see the boats. in the
Yeah.
marina.
I choked down a pickle beer.
Yeah, you did. That was fun watching you struggle that.
I don't know if I can get behind a pickle beer.
I think it would have been okay, like in a smaller glass, but
Yeah.
they gave him like a full size.
What kind of beer is it though? Is it like a?
It tastes like you're drinking out of a
It's,
pickle jar.
it's pickle, it's dill.
I like pickles. I
Yeah.
like drinking out of the jar, but
Yeah.
that just didn't.
I didn't think it was as bad as you thought it was.
No.
Yeah, but he had to drink all of it though. I
Yeah.
could see if it wasn't ice cold,
I don't know if I've ever gone out of my way to drink out of a pickle jar.
Well, we went to the pickle
I've been
factory.
pretty hungover, if anybody watching this knows me.
No.
I've been there. You've seen me do it.
It
Never.
was just one of those things like we're there, they have it, you gotta try it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
looked
you know what I
absolutely.
mean?
I looked at the board and it said pickle beer. I'm like, I wanna try the pickle beer.
Sure.
And I had like three gulps and I'm like,
You nope your way out of that.
I'm gonna choke down this beer and hopefully this rain lets up.
It rained though for a good 40 minutes.
Yeah, it got dark too.
So you guys were down where, Pepin?
Well, we went to Lake City to deliver
Okay.
a car
Okay.
and stuff, so.
Well, nothing better than bar hopping your way home. I mean,
Far out.
That was
Yeah.
exhausting.
Absolutely.
Ended up going, we were in Maiden Rock for,
You know,
stop there, and then,
At a biker bar.
we decided to get
Yeah.
closer to home, we drove all the way to, Woodville.
Garage
oh,
bar,
nice.
which is
You're-
a great bar.
Yes, fantastic. You ever been to Sadie's Loft in Bay City?
No.
That's another little gem too. That's like shout out to the driftless area. If you take the Old River Road all the way down
Yeah.
like Lacrosse,
Yeah.
that is like I use the term slept on, but just that's like a little gem, Wisconsin. My God, is that just amazing? If you tried to bar hop your way home at every bar, you would probably die of alcohol poisoning because you could just punt a football and you're gonna whack a bar on that road. Holy crap!
It's funny you say that, cause I just spent a weekend down the Alexandria, Fergus Falls area,
Yeah, yeah,
and we ended up doing some driving out in the country and stuff.
sure.
And there is not a bar out in the country in Minnesota. There, you don't see bars out in the middle of nowhere. There isn't any.
Well, unless you go down by the Brownsville area.
Where we were, it's you got the bars in the towns, and that was it. Around here, you could drive in the middle of nowhere and
There's a
see the bar.
The Detour being one of them.
Which
Sounds
is
I didn't even know it was there.
So what do they do for fun then? I mean,
Drink in their basements probably.
I mean, cheers to that. We're
I
in
mean,
Ron's
here we
basement.
drink-
Yeah,
drink in
yeah, sweet. We're in Ron's basement. Let's go.
I get bullied into drinking driveway beers here.
You do not get
Bullied.
bullied.
I'm sure they-
Come on.
I'm sure they twist your
Let's
arm.
rephrase this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get told driveway beers, and I'm going, well, I suppose.
I mean,
Sure, make me out to be the bad guy.
No, did I say anything bad about it? It's just like, yeah, I suppose.
It is funny though, because he doesn't ask, she asks to drink in his driveway.
My driveway's not good enough, like,
yeah.
mine's set back, so we can't gawk at people and yell at the high schoolers for drag
And-
racing past.
Now that I finally got the cars out of the driveway, it's a lot.
Yeah, I have
nicer.
some
Yeah,
little
that's way
fucking
nice.
park now.
I can walk to your garage now without going a mile detour.
What you have in the driveway? Cause God, I got front row parking out there. That was fantastic.
He loves you.
I felt
I
VIP when I pulled in.
I had Tracy's old car, and then I had my own truck that was sitting there until
Okay.
I finally sold the old truck.
Okay.
And then we drove, like he said, Tracy's car to Lake City and then made our way slowly back. I went to bed when I got home that
So
night.
did I.
I was asleep in the bed.
I was so
Too many
tired.
road beers. Too many
Oh.
road skis.
I fell asleep on the way back and then I don't know how I didn't fall asleep on the way home, but I got home, let the dogs out, fell asleep on the couch.
I
So
was
let the dogs
exhausted
back
too.
in though?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
It was like 7:30 and I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like,
What the hell am I?
Oh,
You're like that Facebook reel of a monkey. Oh no.
well, it was a fun day, it was a, a long day, I mean, it's 1 hour.
We were done. I mean, by the time we got the shotgun Susie, we were.
yeah, I choked.
Yeah,
I
The
was
3 that you had at the garage, you choked down, yeah.
you guys piled on some nanner pie shotguns?
No.
Moved up.
I think we had one drink there, and we looked
Yeah.
at each other, and we both all looked, and we said,
We couldn't
I
even
think we're
finish the
done.
beer we had,
Yeah.
and there was a bachelorette party in there, and I was like, dude, we're never gonna get out of here with these
Yeah.
two.
Emily was in there.
Yeah, Emily was in there.
I've never been at that bar and made super good choices. I don't know what it is about shotguns. That town,
well now Jim owns it too. from Raising the
Raising the
Bar.
Bar.
Oh, no shit. Alright, sure, raising the bar, so I did not know that. I knew it changed hands, I just never heard.
Owned it
You should
for.
check out playing up there too.
Yeah.
Should.
He's got the
Should.
He's got that whole back shed.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Well, even up at, their lowered
Speaking-
expectations, he's always got live
Yeah.
music down there.
Speaking
Shout
of
out
that,
to him. Get a hold of me, man, I'm down.
how about song?
Alright, I think I can handle that. What do you guys wanna hear a little Waylon?
Sure.
Got a little Waylon in me, I got a little Bob Dylan. So too, I was gonna shout this out too. Today was the first day that I actually spent time in a studio with an audio engineer, and we're gonna try to cut about 4 or 5 songs over the next 6-ish months.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I do a lot of music writing. Because why not? Like I said, that kind of all falls in line with me not laying in a bar. Yeah. It'd be really hard for somebody to come get me out of jail if I'm in like rural West Virginia. My wife would have to hop a flight. Yeah, yeah.
You'd probably be in a jail where there's banjos. playing in the
Correct. Yeah,
background.
yeah. Take me home. Yeah, country roads. Not gonna play John Denver. I can't do that. But
We don't smoke.
woke up this morning, it was drizzling rain. Round the curve, come a passenger train. Heard somebody yodel and a hobo moan. Jimmy been dead, he been a long time gone. He been a long time gone. Been a long time gone. Wanna get to heaven, got a D.I.E. Wanna put on your coat and T.I.E. Wanna get the rabbit out the L.O.G. You gotta make a commotion like a D.O.G. Like a D.O.G. Like a D.O.G. Got a good woman, what's the matter with me? Makes me wanna love every woman I see. I was traveling when I met, traveling again. Every woman she see looked like a place that came in, looked like a place that came in. Yeah. Woo! I gotta do that. Got my name painted on my shirt. I ain't no ordinary dude. I don't have to work. Don't have to work. Don't have to work. A little waiting for you. Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you. Yeah, that's about all I do is just sit in my hotel room and write home and pass to my wife. So shout out to my wife because she hears me just holler songs at her all the time.
Awesome.
You guys got time for one more?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Alright.
I know this one,
You wanna play it?
I think so.
Yeah. So mama, take this badge off of me. But I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. 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 Say my harmonica. So mama, put my guns in the ground, but I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down, oh no. I feel I'm knocking on that door. Oh yeah, knock, knock, knocking on that door. I'm knock, knock, knocking on that door. I'm knock, knock, knocking on that door. I'm knock, knock, knocking on that door. I talked a lot of shit about me playing guitar, so I had to throw one down and sing.
Hey, everybody, check this kid out.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, shoot me a follow, Hayseed Hustler Music on Facebook. It's a hobby. Hoping one day to maybe turn it into a little bit more than that.
I mean,
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
I don't wanna really compare, but you sound a lot like Chris.
Oh, that's a tall order. That's a tall order.
That last one.
I'm thinking maybe a collaboration someday.
Ah, don't tempt me with a good time, Chris.
No, that would
Reach out.
be really good.
Can I tell a story though about how I got confused with him one time up in Barron? Okay. This I was telling these guys. This was like a couple weeks before Wisconsin My Podcast had Chris on, and I was up in Barron. I can't remember the gas station. It's like the co-op where the A&W is. I mean, everybody knows it, right? And I was in there getting gas, and I had my hair out of my, pulled it out of my douche knot, I call it. And so my hair was down and my beard was long, and this little girl, bless her heart, is like looks at her mom and goes, "Mommy, is that Chris Cruzy?" I mean, and I was like, no, wish, no. But so I was like, sweet, wish.com, Chris Cruzy right here, the Temu, Chris Cruzy. But yeah, I don't know. And then you guys had him on the podcast, and I was like, God, I gotta tell the story. I'm gonna tell the story on Facebook Live.
That was a fun night when you came here. Too.
Yeah, that was, man. Yeah.
And he said he wants us to come up to a studio too.
Oh, man, please do. I've only ever seen it like what he puts on YouTube and like on social media. And God, he's got a sweet setup up there. I mean, I think he does a lot of his own mastering and you know, oh my God, that's cool.
What's nice about him is he's super like, you know, having been on The Voice and whatnot, he's not like,
He's genuine.
he's so genuine, he's not out there like to get like massive or whatever, he's
Yeah.
like, I could do what I'm doing right now
Yeah.
forever. I mean, to me, that's a musician,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and my husband hit it off, I'm like, jeez.
Yeah. This is just fun to me.
Yeah.
It's not about, I mean, I almost enjoy it more when there's only 20, 30, 40 people playing in
And
front
that's
of me.
what he said, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Because you
Other
can
than-
interact with, like, you can connect with people on a more personal level.
It's personal, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a very, very just face-to-face show, and that's I almost enjoy that more than the first time I played at Eagles and Homes. I mean, I don't know if I could put a number on it. There's a lot of people, and that being my first show in a long time, I was like, you know, I told myself the good thing all I have to do is just not suck. So I was like,
You don't suck, you're good.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, that was my pep talk to myself. I was like, went in the bathroom, I was like, hey, look at me, just don't suck. Just do the thing that you do at home. Sing to your wife. That's
What
I
is
told
like
myself.
your, and I didn't ask this when Chris was on, but like you go into a whether it's Lower Expectations or,
Sure.
you know, wherever, how do you come up with your set list? Do you just have a set, like, this is what I'm gonna play, or do you change it up based on where you're gonna go?
So actually, the way I do it, so if I book a 2-hour or a 3-hour slot, 3 hours is tough because I don't play with a band. I don't have backing things, so I can't stretch a song out for 6 minutes with, you know, guitar solo, things like that. So for me, I think when I play 3 hours, it's like 60 songs, and then to me, remember in my head 60 songs,
That's
not
a lot.
only guitar, but
Right.
for me to sing
Yeah.
and remember the
Well, and the
lyrics.
strain on your voice too.
Yes, it's a lot. So a lot of times, what I do if it's 2 hours, I try to jam pack the ones that I'm like, oh, yeah, I can nail these and I can really have fun with them. when I do 3 hours, I do ones that are a little more simple, a little more crowd favorites, things like that. It's when I do 2 hours, I can really kind
So it's
of
not really on the location, it's more about,
really the
the
time
length of
slot.
set?
Yeah, really the time slot. Like I've got probably in my repertoire or my lexicon. I think I don't know, probably 70 to 80 songs, and I kind of change them out. Whichever ones I'm feeling that day. But every time I play live, I try to put 2-3 more of them in there, and I try to scooch them up forward a little bit, and just kind of have fun with it. So
do you incorporate your own stuff?
I do actually. I've got a handful of them written. They're works in progress, and that's kind of where we're mastering them. I play them live, but it's kind of one of those things. I keep them a little bit covered for the time being until I've got.
It takes a lot to really like put that out there, because that's like,
It does.
that's yours,
It does.
it's some, yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of them that I've written. That sounds super cliche, but they're very hard to write. They're very personal songs. They're ones that have, life experiences. A lot of them have to do with traveling. I mean, after when you see all the things that a person sees in like 6 years, that's very easy to translate that down onto
Yeah.
paper. And really, for me, the hardest part is just putting like a guitar part to it. Is I can do the lyrics pretty quick. It's just trying to thumb through a guitar part to it is like, ooh. But the guy.
You gotta make it sound together.
Yeah, sound good
Yeah.
because what's in my head is sounds good, but then when I try to I project it out and like my wife, bless her heart, I mean I'll rattle off just the most off the wall shit I wrote, and she'll give me the thumbs up, or she's like, let's work on that one a little bit. But she's so supportive of all this stuff that I do. But yeah, so it's fun. I try not to take it too serious because
It's what you love to do.
it is. It really is. It's passion for me.
You can make it too serious and it doesn't, it's
Yeah.
not that anymore.
If it becomes too much like a job, if this was my only source of income, I don't know if I'd enjoy it as much.
Mhm.
I really feel like it'd become stressful. But this is just kind of my jam when I get home, and I holler songs at my wife and kids and my dog, and they don't complain too much. I did get a little hate though from my stepdaughter about my Taylor Swift comments when I get beat up when I get home. She just said, "You better don't." And I'm like, "Oof."
She's a big Swiftie.
Oh yeah, she is. And that's the thing. I told her I like Taylor Swift. I just didn't care for her new album. I don't get shanked when I get home.
You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night, she's gonna be standing over you.
Yeah. So if you've seen obituary in the paper, it's definitely 100% my stepdaughter. I did not unalive myself no matter what. But
Yeah, any like dates or anything?
Yeah.
Any updates or anything? Just send them to me and then I can post them on my.
sweet, yeah, no, please do. I'm trying to kind of make a fun go of this thing. August 3rd up at Eagles Lounge, and then August 4th the Outpost, and then I want to say it's August 30th, whatever the Saturday is when I go play at Tall Pines, and then the 1st, which I believe is a Sunday, that's when I go to Valhalla Campground. Right now, I mean, I'm if there's any prospective bar owners out there, get a hold of me. It's just all my schedule with my work is.
Hey, you should talk to Jim and Chase.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would talk to
Chase has
Chase.
reached out. Chase
Yeah.
has reached out for sure, and it's just always my schedule's just been bonkers because I do like 2-3 weeks on the road, and then I come home for like 7-10 days, and a lot of times those 7-10 days, like there's a couple days I won't even put pants on. I don't want to. It's like Corey, box plants are hot, and then when I come home, I'm not gonna sweat. Just don't want to. So that's when I really though I sit in my basement in my Tannen's guitar lounge. It's way less cool as this though. I mean, I gotta up my game a little bit.
So I've got a challenge for you.
All right.
You have to write a song, and my stepdad, for all intents and purposes, says write an improv song about the podcast.
Oh boy.
Right now.
If you're up for it, do it right now.
Alright. Sitting out here in Ron's Guitar Lounge, talking shit and we're putting them down. Ice cold beer in the fridge over there. I'm drinking Ham's beer. It ain't real good, but it's Wisconsin based. I've been to Milwaukee, and it ain't really the land of ice cold blue waters, I'll tell you that, but sitting here on guitar lounge, having a time and feeling real good.
You gotta write that down.
I might have to, yeah, that'll be your intro.
That's so
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. I'll get with my guy the next time I talk to him. Next time I'm with my, yeah.
We'll even pay for it.
Alright,
Yes.
That was cool as hell.
Alright, guys, that's advice. I think you did a pretty damn good job.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. This
No,
was
this was
great, man. If every podcast ever is like this, shit. This was a blast.
Well, we're up to that.
Hey, it's just cringe. Come on.
What did it say?
It's my stepdaughter. Busting my balls. She loves me, I think. I don't know. Like I said, she hasn't knifed me yet.
Wow, my stepdad says very nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That
Thank you
was-
guys.
Never
It was
would have guessed that.
I just love doing shit like that too.
Well, hey, that buddy that you Clayton Ryan,
Yeah, Clayton. Yeah.
try to get him on.
Oh my God,
Go
you
for
should. He would. I bet you he would. Yeah. He's the most humble, down to earth. I genuinely, I see a lot of live acts, and I'm like, appreciate that talent. When you hear him live, he is. I mean, he's one of a kind. He's the most down to earth, genuine human being that I've ever met too. My wife and I have talked to him. We've seen him 3-4 times, and he'll seek us out. Like he recognizes us. That he's like, oh my God, how have you guys been? And I just, I bet you he would. I bet you he'd be down for it. He's the most awesome guy I've ever met.
I like the aspect of the music too.
During the off season,
Yeah.
like when football's not going on.
Yeah.
This is like a.
This is awesome.
And hey, if we get enough people, we could do like a Wisconsinite show, like have raising the bar, and
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
get all these guys that we've had
Yeah.
and women on, and we do a show down at Raising
I
the
still
Bar.
think we call it the Wisconsin ass show though.
There you go,
We
Wisconsin show.
we could do a show called Driveway Beers.
Yeah,
Oh,
driveway.
don't tempt me
driveway
with a good
concert.
time. Yeah. Sit out there with a cooler. I'll even bring hams again. These aren't great. They're not bad. From the land of sky blue waters. I've been to Milwaukee. It is not.
No, it's not.
Sky blue waters. Believe me.
It's the sky of
Ugh.
murky gray
Ugh.
waters.
I've never been to Milwaukee and been like, yeah, I'm super safe here.
I lived in Milwaukee out of a hotel for 4 months, and I don't really want to go
Yeah,
back.
you did the hotel life. That's right. Yeah.
It's not very fun.
No, it's not. It's not. You gotta have a good sense of humor about it. Like when your fire alarm goes off at 3 a.m. Ain't no sense of getting mad. You just gotta laugh.
Well, like you said, you gotta try and find something to where you're not drinking beer every night.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
you're
it's a
okay.
real easy thing to just.
Yeah.
You're like, boom, cool. My liver just went out.
We haven't talked about St. Croix Custom Apparel, have we?
I was going to.
Just saying it's a good time to do it, didn't
Jeez, way to interrupt.
Interrupted. Moving with the show.
That was a
We gotta-
segue.
This is.
Where?
That was a forced,
Exactly.
that was a forced
Someone-
segue.
That was a cut.
Teach them that?
Yeah, cut in, a lead in, if you will.
How drunk are you right now? There you go. I
I'm
can
not
tell.
nearly enough. I'm gonna go get another beer for sure. That was very taxing on my voice to sing 2 songs, so I'm parched now.
Yeah, I don't know if my dad's watching or not, but St. Croix Custom Apparel, my dad and stepmom bought it a couple months ago. They do all of Walden Woodville athletics apparel. They also do like embroidery, so custom hats, shirts, sweatshirts. They do screen printing as well. I'm not wearing, next episode I'll wear the St. Croix Custom Apparel t-shirt.
Are they making those?
I can have them make them. I haven't talked to them about it.
Yeah, I want one of them.
Yeah, we need to get it made.
This is made by the old guy that used to do my stuff.
Okay.
But I can, my dad's already talked to me about it.
No, we
so,
should put an order in for a dozen and a half and start
Yeah.
selling.
Give me an XL. XL tall. I'm a big boy. I'm chunky.
Well, and like, I forgot to bring Amy a koozie. I have koozies, I was gonna
Koozies are
I was
overrated.
gonna give you a koozie and some stickers.
Oh, dude, you should. I had that guitar case sitting there. I had enough stickers on it.
I plan on going to one of your shows, so I
Please do, man.
can bring you some
Please do.
stuff.
It's nice to sing to familiar faces. It really is, like I said, more personal. I really like that when I got friends in the audience that I can holler at.
And if we show up at a show, you can shout us out.
Oh, 110%, absolutely.
Then we might even live stream.
Let's go. Perfect. Yeah.
But
100%. Yeah.
yeah, St. Croix Custom Apparel. You can find them on Facebook. St. Croix Custom Apparel. The phone numbers are on there. Emails on there. I believe it's stcroixcustomapparel.com. I'm a salesman. I'm a horrible salesman. I got cards in my wallet, but
I think you're crushing the button.
I believe here. I got cards in my wallet.
Family business, you gotta promote it, man.
I know. I'm
Do
a
like a
horrible,
real slow
I'm a
fade in up to the camera.
horrible salesman. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Right there.
Yeah.
St. Croix Custom Apparel.
Let's see it. It's
Yeah,
coming
that
on,
was
right?
flawless. That was fantastic.
stcroixcustomapparel.com. They have stores open so you can see what they do. But yeah, family business. It's kind of a retirement business. So yeah, go check them out. Thanks, Dad and Kim, for sponsoring the podcast.
We're gonna send some business your way.
Dad and Kim, do you want to make some Hayseed Hustlers music shirts?
There you go.
You will.
I'll buy one.
Sweet.
That's another thing, you might as well start selling merch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out though, anybody who doesn't know, one of the coolest things you can do for live music acts is buy the merch that's on the table. A lot of that artists live off of that. Art is the merch table. I mean, that's their bread and butter. So next time you're at a show, go buy stuff off the merch table. You can get a sticker for $10, which is probably not worth $10, but that sweet sticker out of you. So there you go. If you see me with merch stuff, buy a shirt or a hat. I'm gonna make hats too, probably
There you
at
go.
some point. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can give you a card too.
Yeah, you know a guy.
I know a guy
Yeah, you know
that
a guy.
makes shirts and hats.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
God, it's just like all coming together.
Geez.
It's all
I can give them a card too for rounds of woodworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there we go.
Wait, interrupting.
I don't have a card.
That's
Sorry.
alright.
But yeah. So how about you do your wisdom and opinions?
Does that mean we're ending the show?
Close, yeah.
I always do that at the end.
Well, we pinged everybody, right?
It's usually how we do it.
And it's Tuesday night, we got the rest of the work.
Says he's not drunk.
Do we all
He's
do
tired.
wisdom and opinions?
He has wisdom and he's
Wisdom.
full of opinions.
I'm old, I'm wise.
So
Yeah.
And my
I tried to
opinion
talk.
matters.
I tried to talk him into doing this forever, and he kept telling me no until one day I annoyed him enough to do the
Squeaky
show.
wheel gets the
I
grease.
finally shut him up.
Yeah.
Put it that way. No,
Squeaky
and
wheel.
no, he still doesn't, still annoys the shit.
Yeah, but he's
So- Once again, it's that time of the day, night, that our show will be ending. And what else could you end it with besides wisdom and opinions? Sorry, everybody. So my wisdom for this week is growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional.
Reverend. Absolutely.
That's
I will
good.
never
I like
grow
that.
up.
No.
So that leaves me with my opinion for the week. Don't think too much. You will create a problem that wasn't even there in the first place.
So true,
I like that.
so true.
I like that a lot. That's good.
It sounds like wisdom though.
It did a little bit.
Hey, opinions
It's my
can be-
opinion though.
Yeah, I like
It's your
it.
opinion.
I like that.
Sometimes it's hard to find good shit.
Well, you're supposed to be the wise one.
It's kinda
You're
like,
supposed to just pull this stuff from
Yeah,
your.
you're the oldest one, so
Yeah.
you're supposed to be
Kinda like-
wise.
Kinda like anal glaucoma or gassy arthritis.
Yes, yeah.
I'll
Which-
cover that.
Go watch the previous episodes because he talks about it a lot. Yeah,
So, when do you think the next show is gonna be?
I don't know.
Training camp? I mean,
mean,
you're,
really,
you're
I mean-
excited about.
Preseason is right around the corner.
I'm just really excited for football to finally come back because I have had not a lot to do. Football comes around and I
Yeah,
live on football. So
idle hands get in trouble, buddy.
I have put football on for you tonight to watch in the background. So.
The one game.
yeah, the one
Yeah,
game
yeah.
Minnesota beats Green Bay.
Yeah, from
Oh, come on, they beat Green.
It's all-
2004.
2004.
It's all pixelated
Yeah.
and like.
Randy Moss and
Randy
an
Moss was a
afro.
young man.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dante
Is that
Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper?
Yep,
He's like in a nursing
their
home.
shoulder pads are like
The
3 times
Packers
the
got
size
their
of
ass whooped though.
Hey, there's Al Harris.
the one time.
But one of the only times Al Harris got beat.
Oh, come on. Al Harris got beat all over again.
But
Lord.
yeah, thanks Tannen for
Yeah,
coming
thanks
on.
for
Thank
coming
you
on.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank
if-
you guys for having me. This was
Send
great.
me the dates and I'll
Yeah,
put them on
absolutely.
the page.
Oh, please do. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank
Cool.
you. It's my first foray into podcasting, and I had a good time.
No, we need to
too.
promote talent in the area.
Yes,
too.
please do.
And
Please
you
do. Word of
have
mouth
talent.
is huge. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Word of mouth is huge for this kind of stuff. We can make Facebook posts and flyers, but at the end of the day, if you tell your buddy, hey, let's go catch the big long-haired tattooed guy with a beard.
Which we should go to one of the shows.
Yeah, come
We
on
should.
out.
We
Come
should.
on out. Absolutely. Yeah, come on out.
And-
Please
and-
do.
And to all your followers, if they wanna catch the show again, where can we see it again?
You can find it on YouTube. Next day. Follow on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
There you go.
And we'll start, once football season starts up, are we doing Wednesdays again?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the fantasy draft either,
Yeah,
so.
there is right now it's full. I don't know if I can expand it at all. If anybody does have interest in doing fantasy football, it's full right now. So, it's a 10-person league right now. If I can expand it, and if there's interest, I'll
He was
expand
the
it
best
even
man
more.
in the He's from North
It's
Carolina.
on the ESPN Fantasy app. It's the inaugural Wisconsinite Podcast Fantasy Football League.
The first one,
Yeah,
huh? Neat.
so,
It should be interesting.
yeah, you don't have to pay anything. There's no,
Is there one spot left?
no, there's
Oh,
no
it's full
spots
now?
left. Darren has two, which, I don't know how that works, Darren. But,
Little contact, conflict of interest on that.
he might have hit one or too many buttons, but I have no
Well, you
idea.
can delete one.
It's up to Darren.
No, it's up to you.
Balls in his court, man.
Say, Darren, you cannot have two.
But yeah, I can't wait for football season to be back and watching games in Rudine's basement.
I can't wait to actually, I'm gonna watch it this year. I'm gonna make time to watch it. Absolutely. When we're traveling. Just wanna give a quick shout out to Josh Sowers. He's my brother from another mother, the mouth of the South from North Carolina. He was the best man in my wife and I's wedding from North Carolina. He came up all the way up here. He's commenting. He's I'm sure he's talking shit, but that's all right.
Awesome.
It's all right.
He's not
Love
a
him anyway.
Panthers fan, is he?
Nice to have you on board there,
He is.
Josh.
Oh,
Yeah, he is. He's a Panthers fan.
Damn,
I know.
that's
I've
tough.
talked to him
You
about
think a
it.
Vikings fan is right?
Well,
Yeah.
at least he's not a Cowboys fan.
Correct. Yeah.
He's got the Minnesota icon, Adam Thielen.
Yeah. Yes, he
For
does.
now,
You know.
Yeah, this sounds like he might get cut.
it sounds like he's going back to the Vikings too.
Yeah.
He should. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Hey, they can always try to pull Canada. You know?
He's done.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in and watching. Thank you to all the sponsors for sponsoring the podcast. And
Subscribe, like.
like on Facebook, follow on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube.
Thanks for putting up with our
Shenanigans.
shenanigans, I guess.
Listening to
That was a
him
nice way to
banter
say it.
all night long. But
I make the show and you know it.
go back, go.
Go back.
Go! Let's go!